I know that a lot of people have been asking for an update on the Integra build, and I'll kind of give you some foggy plans, you could say, about what's going to be happening in the coming months. Uh, it's not like I've never been working on the Integra. I have, just mentally and not physically working on it. There's a lot of wiring that has to be done. I don't know if you guys realize that, but the F2K swap, there is no harness out there that's a plug and play like a K series. So, uh, yeah, you do have to do a little research, and you do have to basically wire it yourself. I'll go over a couple of videos of those too if anybody's interested. If you guys are, then I'll do a maybe 2-3 parter on how to wire it up and all the sensors and what they do, and the speed sensors off the K series tranny that has to be plugged up into the right spot into the ECU. There's a lot. I could just talk about it for 2-3 hours maybe on how to wire it up. And also there's a lot of other things that is not on video that has to be calculated, like dropping the compression on the engine, turbo setups, intercooler setups and why I went with those, and intercooler piping, the injector dynamics, the PSI on the fuel rails, the whether or not E85 is going to come into question, whether or not my Wabro 255 can supply enough power or enough fuel for 400 horsepower on E85, and whether you could do dual base maps, I mean not dual base, dual fuel maps for each one of them, or just stick with one. The other thing was turbo calculations, and I mean the list goes on and on and on. When you're trying to build a car like this from this caliber, you really got to do a lot of research, and that's what I've been doing a lot of EMS research, and it boils down to nobody wants to tell you what's going on in terms of tuning an engine, how to set up a base map from scratch. I have an EMS, I have it powered up on the S2000. I don't know if you guys knew about that. We had an S2000, we sold it. The EMS did not start up the S2000. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe, well, I think I knew what I did wrong, but now the S2000 is not here, so I can't test that theory no more. But it's an EMS Series 2. I'm running that with the AEM wideband, and I'm also running the boost controller off of it, and I'm running 2 stereo data stream gauges, and yeah, everything, all the electronic stuff, that's going to be AEM. So hopefully that runs it perfectly, because I'm going to need it to. On top of all that, there's a lot of other electronic stuff I have to redo. Wire tucks, deleting things here and there, the interior type stuff. The cluster is a S2000 cluster. That's a whole new problem in itself. Let's see. The other thing is the Mugen front end. That's probably gonna have to get cut. So I don't know if I want to cut an authentic Mugen front bumper. I might have to sell it and just buy a fake one and cut that instead, because at the height that the car is sitting at, when you turn, the front wheels actually rub on the bumper, so I'll probably have to do that. Hybrid Killer and I have worked on fender designs to kind of see what we can do. And on top of that, we have a lot of our friends that are dropping off cars at our garage as well, because they need body work done, so that's one of the reasons why we haven't been updating the project. On top of that, my other channel that I'm doing, it's an outdoors channel. It is taking up a lot of time. There's a lot. I live in the Central America. I live in Oklahoma, so fishing, hunting, outdoor stuff, that stuff is it's pretty crazy. It gets pretty crazy. So I've been busy with that basically the last year and a half. Videos on that channel go up almost every other day. So tips and tricks, if you guys like outdoor stuff, head over to that. But anyways, we still love cars too. We grew up with cars. We grew up with fishing. So that's why I've decided to build something this crazy. And I live on a farm. So that's why you hear the chickens in the background. And donkeys and birds and all this other stuff. So yeah, I'm a farm boy, but technology is what I do. And yeah, computer science major, graduated, and then all that stuff BS 10 years ago. So yeah. What else? Updates. People wanted to know, I think it was the roll cage, where I got the roll cage from. Roll cage is actually, got that from Matt. His name is Matt, and he works for Raceline. They were doing a really good sale. It was a really good group buy. Let's put it that way. I got the roll cage shipped to my door for, I think it was $650, right around $650, which is pretty good price. Everywhere else you look and it's like $650, not even shipped. So yeah, kudos to Matt for that. I think he's doing a group buy again right now. I'm not sure. Maybe it's like a week old or something at the time of recording this video. But hit up Matt Raceline. He'll work out a deal with it. It's pretty cool. Cool guy. I've known him online for the longest time. So really diehard Honda Integra fan too. So what else? Oh yeah, we're working on. The reason why this project is taking so long is money. One thing is money. I don't know if you guys knew, but it's a money pit right now. So some people have suggested just selling it, but I'm too far down the road to just sell it. So you have to complete it. It's just too unique to just sell too. So we're gonna complete it. It's just gonna take some more time, and we will complete this. Let's see. Major announcement. Major announcement is, I mentioned that everything is on EMS, but there's no EMS tuners around town that I really kind of would trust the setup to. So being a computer person myself, I understand sensors, I understand electronics, pulse width modulation, signals, digital signals, analog signals, current signals, voltage, AC, whatever all that other junk is. I'm very likely, I'm like 95% sure I'm going to be going to EFI University for a weekend and taking those two classes, EFI 101 and EFI Advanced, just so I can play with my standalone computer after that. And I don't think it's that much harder once you get a good understanding of what the engine wants to see, the safe levels of boost you can go, and safe levels of timing. I know from reading and everything that a street tune is alright, but you really want to throw it on a dyno. So at least I can get a good street tune going, and then I can throw it on a dyno for maybe an hour or two, and just to get the little quirks worked out. But yeah, that's a whole series of videos that if you guys want to see, I'll post that up as well as I do something like this and start from scratch basically. And the thing is, there's a lot of base maps that probably will work, but I'm trying to start one from scratch so you do learn everything there is to learn about the EMS. And that's about it. So I should be attending the class on June 7, 8, 9 in Arlington, Texas. So if you guys are watching this, then you guys are welcome to join me in that class if you guys want to pay the $1,500 for it. But yeah, that's what I plan on doing. After that, it's just basically, hammer and a screwdriver and going at it. And I don't know, if I really actually work on it and not go fishing and do all this other crap outdoors, then I could probably get it done in 6 months. That's a really realistic prediction on my end. I have all the parts. I do have to fab a turbo header. I do have to do the exhaust system, but everything else, oh yeah, and all the stuff in the engine bay that I cut out, we have to repatch all that stuff up. But everything else is pretty much here. The paint job, all that stuff. We're rebuilding a paint booth. My brother, he's a painter, and we paint our own cars. But yeah, that's the update. Stay tuned. Any questions, post them up in the comments section below, and I'll try to answer them. Okay? All right.